This is DG Vision Network.
Hello there, it's good to be here again. I'm Gideon Tobilaba.
And I am Princely Momodu.
This is DG Vision Network with Backb. Regularly on this show, we bring you issues in ICT, business, lifestyle, and innovation.
You can call it Africa's leading business and technology age.
All right, okay. One of the ways you can stay informed is to subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/DGVisionNetwork for news, views, trending issues in ICT, business, lifestyle, and innovation.
Also, don't forget to follow us on our social media handles displayed on your screen, as you can win prizes, a lot of prizes, trust me.
This is DG Vision Network.
On this edition, we have a special report on you on the issue of building collapse in Nigeria.
And also, we'll be doing something special on the Nigeria's e-currency, popularly called the e-Naira.
Plus, an exclusive interview with Professor Mohammed Bello Abubakar, MD CEO of Galaxy Black Bundle Limited.
But before all these, let's go see what has been trending the past week.
Professor Isa Ali Pantami, the Minister for Communications and Digital Economy, has said that embracing artificial intelligence and other innovative technologies will facilitate a timely dispensation of justice by Nigerian courts. Pantami made the statement at a seminar on banking and related matters for judges held at the National Judicial Institute, Abuja. Pantami, who was represented by Malam Kashifu Inuwa, the Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency, NITSDA, said AI is currently doing what human beings can do, adding that we live in a world that is increasingly integrated with technology, and it is difficult to separate our online life and offline life, and everything we do is being captured, processed, and stored by these big tech companies. So we need to utilize our time to develop new ideas that will improve our court proceedings. Jack Dorsey, co-founder and chief executive officer of Twitter, has announced his resignation from the role he played at the company. Dorsey announced his resignation in a Twitter post on Monday, November 29. According to him, "I'm not sure anyone has heard, but I resigned from Twitter." In his exit note, Dorsey noted that Parag Agrawal, the company's chief technical officer, will replace him as the new CEO. He stated, "I have decided to leave Twitter because I believe the company is ready to move on from its founders. My trust in Parag as Twitter's CEO is deep. His work over the past 10 years has been transformational. I am deeply grateful for his skills, art, and soul. It is time to lead." In a related statement, the company said the board of directors unanimously approved the appointment of Agrawal as CEO and a member of the board with immediate effect. The company said those will remain on the board until at least 2022, with Brett Taylor becoming independent chairman.
This is DG Vision Network with Bayero Agabi, and I am Princely Momodu.
And I'm Gideon Tobilaba. You can join us on our website for more views and to win prizes as well at www.dgvisionnetwork.com. Don't forget to also follow us on all our social media handles displayed on the screen.
Now, according to statistics from the year 1974 to July 2021, we've had 461 cases of building collapse. Wow. And also we have 1,090 deaths from building collapse in the country, which is quite sad. We've been having this a lot.
Has anyone ever been brought to book?
That is a question that needs serious answering, because we can't keep having this case and nobody is
prosecuted for it. It doesn't make any sense at all.
So on our special report for today, we are looking at who's responsible for this, what are the reasons building collapse, and what are the solutions to this menace. Let them enjoy this. Building collapse is a phenomenon characterized by the compromise of structural integrity of a building's component elements, resulting in the building's eventual failure. The collapse of building has been an issue of great concern to all and sundry in Nigeria, and yet these buildings are major contributors to the development of any nation. Therefore, when a building collapses, it fails to render its functions which should be performed to the people and the government constituting great loss to the country in terms of physical, human, and material resources. So what exactly led to this building collapse, and who should be held responsible?
You can easily hazard a guess and say, number one, poor workmanship. Number two, bad materials usage. Number three, you want to also put that on poor handling, project management. Poor handling. Because before this building came down, there would have been telltale signs.
A lot of us will allow the client to dictate what we as professionals feel is not right. But because it's the client, is the one paying the money, let's just do what he or she wants us to do. At times, even some of us professionals, we even teach the client of the legality that is possible. Let's do 2 drawings. Let's do 1 approval drawing. Let's do 1 implementation drawing. So we find ourselves as even being the one misleading clients. Most clients want to do the right thing if you stand your ground. Now, sir, for me to work for you, this building must have a permit. No permit, I can't work on it. But that is shoulder in there. But another engineer will be engaged by that same client to do the job without the permit. So integrity comes to play. The standard is there. As a professional, I won't work on a building that is not approved.
We are the cleanest person there, but we are the worst victims. We are the worst victims. The government and the general public have they are going to share the blame. We don't give approvals. Government gives approvals. If government is willing, and it's government who patronizes people they want to patronize. We don't tell them who to patronize. We don't do it. They do it. Now, as a professional, we kept saying, government must, I use the word must here very carefully, deliberately use it professionals to achieve what they want to achieve. Where it goes the other way, it's a problem. Not only for the government, for the people, and for the country, for the nation itself.
With the most recent occurrence of building collapse in Ikoyi, Lagos, it has become more imperative to look for permanent and lasting practical solutions to this menace. Nigeria is gradually being stigmatized by the weight of frequency of building collapse, and we must take practical steps to tackle these frequent cases of building collapse.
But we were going to insist on doing things rightly. Things must be done rightly. We don't want to know whose ox is God. We don't want to know that.
So integrity matters. Due process matters. For us to get it back, we need to imbibe due process. As professionals, we need to be guided by those professional ethics.
As all concerned should endeavor for the right measures to be put in place, the flexibility can also be enhanced using technology, bringing the ease of operational scaling and organization processes to optimize regulatory compliance, driving efficiency, automation, and collaboration across board.
Thank God to advancement in technology now. We have several softwares out there, the likes of StartPro, Orion, a whole lot of them, even all these AutoCADs and the rest, and they keep, emerging and coming up with the latest versions which can do better than the previous one. So I think it goes a long way in exposing us and also making our job easy, in terms of designing. And coming to technology, let me talk about a very simple one which everyone knows. Look at the area of block molding. There are machines that we are used to, the cyclometal ones, these normal ones that they use in molding blocks. So there have been machines that came in from South Africa, the other ones that came in from India and all that, all sorts of machines that makes those work, like the egg layer machine. It gives you, once you have a smooth surface, it gives you a larger area to mold faster and, better blocks. So, and the level of vibration is quite much more than, the orthodox one that we're used to. And, it keeps, exposing you to several, and it goes from point to point. Look at the concrete machine where you have an high rise to do. You can actually pump your concrete to number of floors ahead of the ground floor, rather than the orthodox way of using your head pans to take them all the way, So there are several ways that construction has actually been made easy. And you can actually also do precast members where you just assemble them using your cranes and all that. So there are a lot of ways it had helped and affected the, methodology and the mode of construction in Nigeria too.
Nigeria must make commitments to excellence and best practice, creating sustainable and optimal masterpiece in building production in order to improve quality of life for homeowners and tenants, as this will no doubt bring comfort and solace to its citizens.
Hello, I am Bayero Agabi, welcoming you to this new ride, a digital ride that takes you into the lifestyle experience of innovation, tech impact, and new business frontiers. This is DG Vision Network. On a weekly basis, we keep you well informed of developments and trends. Now the tech ecosystem is impacting politics, business, public and private enterprise management, plus how the new digital life can transform your business. I am Bayero Agabi. Join us.
So that was our special report on building collapse in Nigeria. I hope you found that very enlightening. And now to our question of the day.
This is DG Vision Network.
Thanks for staying with us. President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday the 25th of October 2021 unveiled the Central Bank of Nigeria's digital currency called e-Naira. This digital currency is to help increase remittances, foster cross-border trade, improve financial inclusion, make monetary policy more effective, and enable the government to send direct payments to citizens eligible for specific welfare programs. The question now is, how well has Nigeria accepted this innovation? I'll start from here.
Well, you know what? Let's don't pretend. Let's go to the street and see what Nigerians have to say. Then we'll come back and discuss what it's about this. So Nigerians had their opinion on the e-Naira. We went to the street to speak with Nigerians, and this is what Nigerians had to say on the e-Naira.
Actually, I've heard about it, but I don't really know much about it.
I think I do because about a month or two ago, the federal government, through the CBN, launched the platform.
I've heard about it, like a new system of a currency transaction.
It's a means of trying to apply the cashless policy. So then, with that, so they have through the e-wallet to the, what is it called? e-Naira, where we can download the app online. So then, you can start make use of it, probably for merchant to merchant, buying goods from somewhere in the market, or even bank to banks, commercial banks to CBN to microfinance bank, even to the extent that we can even trade with it internationally.
Yeah, I already downloaded the app on my phone. I've gone some steps, but I have not really used it. Why? Taking your time, or why? Well, I guess I'm watching. Okay. I guess I'm just watching. Okay, let's see. If sometimes you just look at these things and try to see. Okay, let's see if some people have used it.
Yes, I do presently. The merchant wallet, though I am told that there's also a private wallet one can download. A friend of mine who works in the bank encouraged me to do that, and I had to download. I downloaded both of them actually, but I'll prefer to use the merchant wallet because I do this mobile money transfer services, and I think that was why I was advised to download that particular app.
It's not that I don't really understand what is called e-Naira or e-wallet. Just I don't even have time to sitting myself down and download it and work on it. That's just it.
I think they can do more of Gmails for people that customers that own accounts. They can go through the banks to educate people about it. Then they can also set up forums, especially for students in school, and then that's it basically. And then do more of billboard adverts and stuff.
It's not as if people are not having the intention of start using the e-naira, but there are things that CBN or government itself needs to do in terms of measures, like security measures. They need to prevent all this cyber crime. Because if you could remember that a few days after they introduced the e-wallet on the internet, maybe 2 or 3 days after, they noticed that it has been attacked by the cyber, boys that are trying to hack the account or their website. So they need to put in a measures to ensure that by the time people start using it, there won't be a kind of issue of frauds or probably maybe, people want a situation whereby their money will be safe. Whatever transaction they want to be doing on the e-wallet or the e-naira, everything has to be safe. So with that, at least we expect more people to be using it, and they should continue advertising it, all means of advertisement, probably the big board, the newspaper, online, and lot of, at least with that, is going to assist them. And between the thinking of so many people will start using the e-naira, and a lot of people will download it.
With the way the world is going, it's something that has actually come to stay. You have cryptocurrency, you have all those things. So the world is going digital, so definitely it has come to stay. But that is also dependent on if the Nigerian authorities are serious about it. And a lot of times things that come from the government at times, maybe because of the people handling it and all that, it just gets to a stage. There's this lethargy that sets in, and it discourages the general public. But I believe with good management, it's something that has come to stay. It's not going anywhere in the nearest future.
From what we have experienced in mobile money, I think it's a platform that would may have come to stay. And I think Nigerians will be better for it.
This is AIT Infotech Network, reaching you from Freetown in Sierra Leone, Accra, the Ghanaian capital, Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, Johannesburg in South Africa. We are in Cairo in Egypt, Tunis, the Tunisian capital, Cape Town in South Africa, reaching you from Dubai, Hanover in Germany, live from Chicago, Las Vegas in the United States of America, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. We are in Beijing, China, in London, England.
Well, that was very interesting. You heard what Nigerians had to say about the e-naira. And you asked me about my opinion on the e-naira. Well, as has been mentioned, and we even discussed about it before, that I think the main problem was the publicity about it. The initiative behind the e-naira is actually fantastic. But the way it's going to work is the buyer-seller point, because that's when people are really going to key into it. And we were talking about it the other day, and we said the government should have engaged retailers, large retail stores like the I don't want to call companies' names, the large chain stores, the e-commerce the betting platform, which people patronize.
Every
yes,
minute.
once people know they can use their e-naira is actually useful in these platforms, they are going to key into it.
Straight up.
But well,
the government, let me say, the Central Bank of Nigeria has done well so far putting this together, but they still need to do lots of publicity.
Yes, lots of it.
And engagement, public engagement.
Lots of people don't still understand what
how it
e-naira
works.
is about,
Yes.
how it works.
And they don't really have, like the lady said, people really don't have confidence in whatever the government brings because of there is no certainty that it's going to stay for long.
And nobody wants to wake up one day and their
and
money.
get that e-naira has crashed and all the money in it is gone. So I think that is one of the areas that the government need to look into.
Very important, very important.
This is DG Vision Network.
Galaxy Blackbone is an agency under the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, laden with the responsibility to operate a nationwide IP-based network that will provide a common platform for all connectivity and other infrastructure services for all government ministries, departments, and agencies. We have live on the show today the MD CEO, Mohammed Bello Abubakar.
Welcome to the show, Prof.
So thank you very much.
How would you describe the outgoing year? How tough or how easy has it been for you at Galaxy Backb?
I consider the 2021 as a consolidation year for Galaxy. We started in 2020. That was when I was appointed to be the managing director of Galaxy Backb. Specifically, I think on the 2nd January of 2020. And we all know about the situation as it was in 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic that disrupted almost everything. The normal way we have been doing things were completely disrupted. And ultimately, we had to innovate ways and then will make it possible for government businesses and all other businesses to continue. So basically, the year of 2020 is trying to somehow experiment on different ways. Different things have to be done so that we can get back to where we are supposed to be. So 2020 has come and gone. And now we are at the tail end of 2021. So what I consider the 2021 as more or less a consolidation of all those things that we've started before in 2020.
What would you say are the major gains and lessons learned?
Obviously, there are major gains made from whatever perspective you have looked at it. You can look at it from the security perspective. You can look at it from the economic perspective. You can look at it from different, the health perspective, okay, trying to curtail and be able to somehow, that is curtail particularly the COVID-19 itself. From the economic perspective, the fact that now you don't have physical meetings. You know, for you to have a physical meeting, maybe perhaps traveling may be involved. And when you are in the meeting, there will be some refreshment. There will be some money that is supposed to be paid as DTA. There are this and this and this. All this, and then there is also the security along the road. When you are traveling from one place to another, the security component is there. It's possible that anything can happen along the road. So all these things were drastically minimized through virtual meetings. And I have to tell you that from some of the statistics we have, the government saved over 3 billion naira, okay, on because of the virtual meetings that somehow the COVID-19 came up with, and of course, Galaxy facilitated. That is that component.
In terms of your mandate, interagency engagement and stakeholders collaboration, how much success would you say you've achieved?
Truly, we have a serious understanding from the MDAs, that is the Ministries, Department and Agencies. Galaxy, since inception, has been battling actually with making it possible for these MDAs to buy into what Galaxy is supposed to do. You know, Galaxy was established to save cost for the government, to offer shared services, okay? You know, before, the MDAs have been operating in silos. And every MDA always have a particular budget for their ICT. So the the coming in of the Galaxy is, or the establishment of the Galaxy was to provide a platform that will make it possible for all the MDAs now to have a shared service. For example, if you look at, for example, the data center. Data center will need some cooling system, will need power, will need everything. So Galaxy is established to come up with now this particular data center where all the MDAs now will key into, than for them to go and also have their own different data centers. In terms of maintenance, they will spend more. In terms of even the capex trying to put in this thing, infrastructure, they will spend, and all other things. So if you have a kind of a shared platform, it will save cost. And that is the whole idea.
So what are the plans and roadmap for next year, 2022?
Thank you very much. And I think you are asking this question that the question is very apt. We are having this interview here in Lagos, not in Abuja where my office is seated. We came to Abuja for a management retreat. And specifically that management retreat is on strategy. We already developed a strategy for Galaxy Backbone, a strategy we call Business Strategy 3.0. And it is supposed to be, it has a time span of 2020 to 2025. That is 5 years. So we have that business strategy, okay, in place. And now we came here to Abuja because we are already end of 2021 to conceptualize and give a direction as to what we need to do for the 2021. So that is the whole reason why we are here. And for the last 3 days, since Monday and today is Wednesday, we have been brainstorming on what is supposed to be the direction vis-a-vis the Galaxy 3.0 strategy. What do we need to do for the 2022? I have to tell you that the direction is so clear. We're able to come up with very clear directions as to what we need to do. And I have to tell you that the next year, 2022, the story will be much more different in terms of advancement.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Mohammed Bello of Galaxy Backbone. Thank you very much for that. And that is where we put a curtain on the show for today. Priestley, final word from you.
Well, final word is that we should have faith on the e-Naira. Let's still give it time. We are actually the first African country to have a central bank digital currency. So let's not lose faith on the e-Naira.
And the central bank too should do more.
Of course, the central bank should do more. So we don't lose faith in it.
Yes. So, on behalf of your regular anchor, Baragabi, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week again. Bye for now.